losing sleep, crying in the dark, trying to hold the weight of a broken heart. You smile for the world, but inside it's pain. You pray but feel like nothing's changed. You're trying to fix it, trying to stay strong, but some battles ain't yours to fight alone. You've done all you can, now here's the key. Peace starts when you set it free. Let go, let God, He already knows every tear, every burden, every low. You were meant to break just to prove you tried.
Some of the first ones here, huh?
Some storms are only His to fight. It ain't worth your peace, it ain't worth your tears. You don't have to carry what He's willing to clear. Take your hands off, let Him do His part. Let go. And let God. You keep blaming yourself for what you couldn't change. Keep rehearsing the past, reliving the pain. But healing don't come from holding on tight. Sometimes strength is knowing when to surrender the fight. It's okay to fall, it's okay to rest. It's okay to say, Lord, I did my best. Now watch how He moves when you step aside. Sometimes your silence gives Him room to provide. Let go, let God, give Him control. It ain't your job to carry every soul. You weren't built to bleed for every scar. Some things are only healed by who God is, not who you are. It ain't worth your joy, it ain't worth the stress. You deserve peace, you deserve rest.
This live gonna piss a lot of people off.
So
I don't give a fuck.
Let go.
Hey, best mom.
And let God. You prayed for answers. This is one. Letting go don't mean you gave up. It means you gave it over. You finally trusted that He got you. Now breathe. Let it be.
Listen to this.
Let go, let God. He never fails. Even when life feels like hell. You don't need to carry what's crushing your soul.
You don't need to carry what's crushing your soul.
You just need to trust.
You just need to trust.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Your peace is sacred. Your heart deserves light. And joy don't have to come with a fight. So walk away, even if it's hard. Let go. And let God.
Hey, Star. So, y'all, we getting ready to talk here. I want to ask, we got 29 people in here. I want to ask all 29 of you to click on my channel name and see if you can go to my community wall from the United States. If your channel is in the United States, I want you to tell me what you can see. Some people in the chat too. If you're in the United States, I want to know if you can click onto my channel name and see what you can see. Let me know. Somebody in the chat, just let me know. Because I want to make sure that it is what I think it is. Can you see my channel while you're in the United States of America? Can you? This channel, Unspoken Purpose Unafraid. That's what I want to know. You can't see it from the United States. Thank you, Star. Thank you. Let me put your comment up. You can't see my channel or my community wall from the United States, which means if you want to see what's on my motherfucking community wall, you have to change your physical location through YouTube. That means that you have to go out of your way to see what I am posting on my community wall, right? It says channel unavailable. Okay. Okay, thank you, Shirley. Shirley said, no, I can't. When I go to see your community wall, it says channel unavailable. It says channel unavailable. So, with that being said, some people want problems where there are none. Some people want to create situations and make it all about them. Some people want drama because that's what they want. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what I've been talking about these last few weeks, like literally, is politics and religion. And from last I heard, God didn't belong to one group of people. Did y'all ever hear that? Hey, KW12. Hey, everybody coming in the chat. Did y'all ever hear that? That God doesn't, God created all of us, not just a group of us. God created all of us, right? And we all have a right to speak on whatever the fuck we want to speak about on our own damn channels, right? Don't we all have the right to discuss whatever we want on our channels, right? I have walked away from all content and all commentary about other sectors. I'm talking about the federal government. I'm talking about Christianity and fake Christianity. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about government, the president trying to take us back to slavery. I'm talking about riots in our cities. I'm talking about the president, the elected, the stolen presidency being weaponized against us, all Americans, not just Black Americans, all Americans right now. But it seems like certain people want to make my content and my commentary about them. About them. Now, this is what I'm going to say. I'm not stopping what the fuck I'm talking about. I done backed away from everything that has anything to do with any demonic force on this motherfucker. That's what I've done. I've backed away from all of it. If they want to pick it up and continue to make it about me, ain't shit I can do about it. You understand me? You understand me? But what I'm not going to do, is be try for motherfuckers to try to intimidate you or weaponize what you trying to say and do on your own fucking platform where they ain't got shit to do with nobody else. Stop watching me. Stop it. So let me say this. Me and Bam ain't got no motherfucking problems. And anybody that tries to make problems between somebody else is the people that's trying to create divide. And God ain't about dividing nobody. I don't care who links up. I don't care who bees. I want y'all to be friends for life. Birds of a feather need to flock the fuck together. That's what I have to say. If you got an issue with me and Bam being good, that's your motherfucking issue. And I'm not talking about Paradise. I said it. I'm tired. Shirley, no, I'm not letting anybody take me there. That's exactly what all of them want. Every single one of them. That's exactly what all of them want, for me to make my commentary about them again. Do you know how stupid I feel listening to some of the shit that I've said? Do y'all know how many years I spent repeating myself about the same fucking people? Do you know how dumb I feel? That shit is dead. It's dead. And it's certain people that want to dig up bones and cause fucking problems in people's lives. That's their energy. It's no longer mine. Let them wallow in their slop, the slop that they create. I'm no longer there. Let them wallow. Let them follow me. Let them watch whatever I do. Let them create accounts to be out of the whole fucking. Let them change their whole YouTube channel just to see what the fuck one fat, freckle-faced ass granny is saying. Let them do it. That's on them. That shows just how fucking psychotic this whole goddamn web is. It's so much shit going on in this world. People getting shot by ICE. Black kids getting pulled out of apartment buildings. Children being separated from their families. Because this man has so much hatred. This world has so much hatred for black and brown skin. But the only thing that they can focus on is what the fuck I say on my goddamn community wall. That shows you just what a low, dark place that sector of YouTube is. I don't live there anymore, but I'm not going to have my content weaponized and manipulated and trying to make it seem like something is about somebody else. Hit dogs holler. That's all I can say. And if it sounds like it's about you, then it must be in you. And we about to listen to some content. Shout out to Day One. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's been sending me videos and content. We getting ready to listen to something today that I have been talking about for so long. And it's really so true. Stop making this. This is so much bigger. Everything that we're going through right now is so much bigger than this dumb ass shit that everybody is talking about on YouTube every day. Keep that shit on y'all channels. That's not something I ever want to talk about again. Ever want to talk, and I'm not hiding any of my content. I need to pay the price for what I have been for the last almost 5 years. This shit is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But it's not going to stop. The only thing that you can do is be the change that you want to see in the world. And that's what I intend to be for my children, for my grandchildren, for the people that are proud of me. You understand? For the people that love me and respect me. It's been so many times that even my own family, girl, you better than this. Like, why do you even associate yourself with this mess? You got so much knowledge inside you. Like, why are you wasting your time? You are killing your motherfucking brain cells. You're dying. Anything that does not help you grow kills you slow. My daddy used to tell me that. If it ain't helping you grow, it's killing you slow. And so a slow death you don't see. Start being an edifying voice. Start lifting people up with your words instead of trying to tear people down and separate them. That's how slavery happens, dummies. Everybody's so arrogant, like, oh, it can't happen to me. It won't happen. Hey, Beefy. Everybody's so arrogant. They think, oh, it won't happen to me. We ain't never going to be in bondage again. Bitch, you in bondage now. Anytime they can kick your fucking door in and snatch you and your fucking kids out the house and put your children, bind your children up. How do you put binds on a 6-year-old child? What kind of threat does a 6-year-old child show towards ICE? And this happened the other day, and I ain't heard nobody from any of these sectors says, oh, I'm godly, I'm this, and I'm that. I had heard nobody talk about that. Nobody. People from the states that live in those states, they ain't talking about what's happening in their own state. Y'all, when these motherfuckers come to Detroit, I'm going to be out on those streets, and y'all are going to see what ICE and what the National Guard is doing to people every day. It's going to be so many Detroiters out on the streets. It's going to be so many people from Michigan active. We're going to activate, and we're going to tell people what's actually going on. You can sit back and you can ignore what's happening. You can sit back and you can make it about an old bitch on YouTube. One bitch controlling your psyche and controlling everything that you think in life. That's got to be crazy. You need some mental health. God clearly is not enough. God clearly is not enough. You need some psychotropic medications. And that's for real. All of this stuff going on in the world, and you so focused on a goddamn community wall on YouTube and a 2 a.m. video with 26 people in the goddamn chat shows that you was, she the devil, she a witch, she going to hell, but you watch every fucking move that I make, even when the moves ain't about you. I can't talk about shit on my damn channel. Motherfuckers want to make every fucking word that I say about them. Okay. Woo! I got it out. Now let's get into it. Let me play one more song before I start with this commentary, okay? This one is gonna be, this is the one that y'all need to focus on, okay? Y'all need to focus on this one. Hold on one second. Hold on. I shared it out on my community wall that people who, don't support me, hate me, think that I'm the devil, think that I'm the Antichrist and I'm going to hell. They definitely shouldn't be clicking on my community wall or any of my videos to try to see what I'm trying to say, because I am definitely not watching you. But as of yesterday, I got so many damn calls and text messages and communications like, this is something that you really need to pay attention to. People are really trying to start mess between you and Bam all over again for absolutely nothing. We can't even have a conversation. Hey, Spencer. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody coming in. We can't even have a conversation, y'all. We can't even have a conversation trying to move on without people trying to come in. And do you know, people who try to create division, those who try to create division amongst the people, doesn't God see that in a specific way? When you try to create division amongst the people, you damn sure ain't no Christian. You damn sure ain't talking for God. You damn sure ain't what you claiming to be. That's what Trump is doing. That's what the right is doing. That's what the Antichrist does. That's what the Antichrist does. I said the other night, I didn't want no beef between Beefy, Bam, and Paradise. And everything that I said was somebody tried to manipulate it. How do you try to manipulate somebody trying to work towards peace amongst their own people, amongst the people that they support? How do you manipulate that and try to turn that into something bad or something evil or something demonic when you trying to talk people down that you actually care about? How is that weaponized? How do you do that? How do you do that? The devil does that. Evil does that. Do you hear me? That's what evil does. Now, it's a lot of people, and it's going to be a lot of people mad at me today, including my family, because I came out here and I said this stuff publicly. But it needs to be said. You don't try to divide people who want peace. hey, Lemon, you don't do it. You don't do it. That's not of God. That's what Trump is doing. That's what everybody is doing. Y'all, they trying to turn us against each other. They want us to hate each other so we won't get mad when they kick our doors in and take our kids away from us. When they kick our doors in and arrest us. When they shoot us in the head, they shooting people and getting away with it. You got ICE agents just shooting people on the streets. If you're not paying attention, it's something wrong with you. And I know a lot of people don't pay attention to politics, but this is more than politics. They're trying to enact a civil war where people will be fighting one another and people will be dying. And you want somebody to stay focused on your little ratty ass bullshit. No. Leave me, my name, my chat, the people that I fuck with out of your shit. Because I ain't seen nobody that I fuck with watching your shit and trying to do commentary on what's going on with you. Good Lord. It's some help, for real. It's about me. It's about me. She's talking about us. She's talking about us. Have I said your name? Can't even fucking talk about Trump, y'all. I can't even talk about Trump. I can't even talk about politics. Let me tell y'all something. I was going to do some commentary on Tiffany Montgomery and the whole Beyonce thing. I backed away from that because I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, no, because it could be made to seem that I'm saying this and I'm saying that about. I'm backing away from content and commentary that I really, really want to address because it could look like, okay, you P trying to be messy, but bitch, I'm not backing away from this. This right here is too fucking important to me. To me. So I'm not backing away from what the fuck I want to say about the way that Christianity is being weaponized against America right now. And just because we had some commentary that I was doing about Christianity being weaponized against YouTubers, isn't it fucking ironic how the slave picks up the master's patterns? What? Is that a troll? What? A troll your channel. What you said you woke up to I have only been. Oh, a troll. I'm sorry. But you know, if you want to, well, you know how to get your channel back. But if you don't, I can send you to some content or even give you some information on if you're struggling with, I can help you get that channel back if you want. But just let me know. Let's get into it. Let's we gonna run the other trolls out because we getting ready to start talking about what I really want to talk about, what I've been focused on for weeks, months, actually a year since Trump got elected. I've been focused on it. I just hadn't talked about it since Trump stole the election. I'm gonna stop saying he got elected. But before we go off of here, I'm gonna it's okay. You said you countered, but really wasn't doing anything on it. Just a bingo channel. Okay. All right. Well, if you change your mind, just let me know. I was telling Paradise the same thing. If you want to get your channels back, and you can fight that without actually giving your personal information. A lot of people don't know that. And I know that a lot of people don't want to fight these terminations and stuff because they don't want to give whoever struck their channel, they don't want to give them the opportunity to find their information. But you can actually get your channel back in a different way. So y'all just know that you don't have to give people your personal information. So give YouTube your personal information. Just want to let you know that. But I'm gonna play this. Hold on one second before we start listening to this. We're gonna listen to a clip sent to me by somebody I love and adore. And it's a very, very powerful clip. It's from Roland Martin's channel. Everybody, you know, if you know Roland Martin, you know, but I really want y'all to pay attention to what's happening. Like in Chicago, there's protests now. They were protesting in the street all last night. They raided this Chicago apartment building, took Black folks to jail, took Hispanic people to jail. Now what's very, very scary and very interesting is that Trump is trying to make Africans illegal aliens too, right? Illegal aliens. And he's trying to, and y'all, before I get into this, with somebody, if it's not on subscriber only, could one of the mods put it on subscriber only? Because you know, I know who's trolling my channel. I'm just not gonna put a name. I know who's trolling my channel and stuff. We already know. So I just want to try to block out, you know, some of that. I just don't want that energy in my life, in my chat anymore. I thank all of y'all for all of the positivity. And I thank y'all for lifting me up and not trying to talk me and pull me into mess, not supporting anything negative and all of that stuff. I really, really appreciate. And to me, that shows who really has my back. When you really have my back, like, you're going to try to talk me out of shit as opposed to talking me into the bullshit. So I appreciate the fact that you guys really, really have my back. And the people that reached out to me yesterday in a loving way. Like, you just got to know what's really going on. You don't have to be a part of it, but you need to know what's really going on with these other channels that you used to, you know, be going back and forth with, and these other people that you really want out of your motherfucking life, that you really want to stop being monitoring spirits in your life. You got to know what's going on. And I appreciate the loving way that y'all presented. Yes, we have to move on from the bullshit. Lemon Pepper, because all of this stuff is so much more important. What's actually happening to our world right now is so much more to me. Now, you can't make what's important to you be important to anybody else. But for me on my channel, what's important to me right now and my platform is focusing on what's happening to our nation and our world. That's what's important to me right now. All of that other shit, I can't. So let me play this. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is the song I'm going to play before we move on. And it's by Sheena Taylor. And it's called You Can't Argue with Demons.
I try to speak in love, but they twist every word. You can't reason with a spirit that don't want to be heard. Arguing with darkness don't bring no light. They not listening to understand, they just want to fight. So I lay it at your feet, Lord. I won't step in the devil's court. If they ain't tune to heaven's sound, I'm done going round and round. You can't argue with demons, they ain't hearing the truth. Their ears are closed, their hearts got something to lose. I won't waste my breath, won't trade my peace, cause the spirit in me got authority. with fire and pride. But my worship hits different when it's purified. It's not a battle of notes, it's a battle of souls. You can't also sing anointing, only heaven holds. So I'll let your spirit fight. Your voice cuts through the night. I won't let confusion win. Your power drowns out the sin.
You can't argue with demons. You can't argue with demons.
Their hearts got something to lose. I won't waste my breath, won't trade my peace. Cause the spirit in me got authority. And I can't compete with Jezebel singing loud. They got power, but it's not heaven sound. So I'll keep my eyes on you. Your glory
Breaks through the roof.
I'll let your fire speak.
Oh, I love this song.
Spirit move, 'cause flesh and blood can't fight what only you can do.
Ooh.
I won't clap back, I won't match that tone.
Oh, y'all hear that? I won't clap back.
No, I won't waste my breath.
Mm-mm.
Your spirit
You people are
fights
dead.
best. When
Dead.
the war gets loud, your love drowns out the crowd. You can't argue with demons.
Hey.
Their ears are closed, their hearts got something to lose. I won't waste my breath, won't trade my peace. 'Cause the spirit in me
Got authority.
and I can't compete with Jezebel singing loud.
Can't compete with
They
it.
got power, but it's not
I can't compete with your evil.
my eyes on you.
Too much light in me.
Glory breaks through the roof.
Can't compete with their energy. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. When you're not willing to go as low as a demon will, when you can't compete with demonic energy and that hatred that they just can't let go of, walk away from it. When you don't want to be that dark force, walk into the light. And people will say, "Oh, you're not this and you're not that." That's on them to see. You don't see light in them, they don't see light in you. The only thing that you can do is be that light. You understand? You understand? The only thing that you can be is that light. You got to show by example. You can't be pulled back into that shit. Hey, CMA, you can't be pulled back into that, because the only thing that it's going to do, see, the thing about it is that I have never met a demonic force that's stronger than God. There's none that exists to me. You understand? So when you engage in certain things, it has nothing to do with the devil. It has everything to do with what's inside of you. What's inside of you wants to go there. What's inside of you wants to engage like that. What's inside of you can't let go of the pain in the past. What's inside of you wants to seek to destroy somebody else. I don't want to destroy anybody, but I want to let everybody who wants to try to destroy me, you can't destroy me. You didn't make me, and you can't break me. Now let's get into this commentary. Hold on. Let's get into this video that I wanted to react to. I was going to do it tonight, but listen. Y'all, please pay attention to what's happening in the world today. Please pay attention to like all of the violence that's happening by the government agencies, and it's being perpetrated against multi-races, not just Hispanics, not just Black folks, even white folks. This white man got slammed by a Black ICE agent, or Black, I think he was an ICE agent or a National Guard, got slammed his head into the ground. All of this is on video. The little kids being marched out of apartment buildings in Chicago, Illinois. Babies, Black babies being marched out by the government. Handcuffed, basically. Well, they were zip tied. Who zip ties babies? The federal government. Who zip ties black babies and puts them in the back of, separates them from their mothers and their fathers that didn't do anything just because they lived in a damn apartment building? This stuff is crazy. And what Trump has just done, he's getting ready to declare Africans, listen, pay close attention to this. He's getting ready to declare Africans as illegal aliens too, and ICE is getting ready to start picking up Africans. How in the hell can a dark-skinned person prove that they not African? You ain't gonna be able to prove nothing to ICE when they come and kick in your door in. You can say, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm an American citizen. They don't give a fuck. They taking you downtown, and they showed you that the other day. They're taking you downtown and they're locking you up. And then they're saying, well, if you got a warrant, you're not going to get out. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with immigration, they're going to keep your ass in jail. They're coming after everybody who does not agree and who does not look like them. And if you're not paying attention, you're on this motherfucker trying to make it look like it's all about you and everybody's focused on you, bitch, when you should be focusing on the world and what's happening around you instead of focusing on other shit. Let's get into it.
And a part of my
Pastor Cody Deese in Mableton, Georgia, the church is Viking Lakes Church, spoke about what we're seeing right now with the hijacking of Christianity. And it's happening.
And something that's YouTube related. Guess what the federal government and the ICE agents said about the little black kids being zip tied and pulled out of their house, and they didn't have nothing to do, and the black families and all of that stuff that was pulled out of the Chicago apartment building. Do y'all want to know what the ICE agents said about the little black babies being zip tied and traumatized for the rest of their life, with masked men kicking their doors in and all of that shit in the wee hours of the night while they sleeping in their beds? Do y'all want to know what the ICE agents said and the federal government said about the kids? Fuck them kids. That's what the federal government had to. Now, it was a joke before here on YouTube when somebody else was saying that shit, but the federal government is saying it now. Fuck them kids. Are y'all listening? Are you listening? Okay.
Around. We saw this with the Charlie Kirk Memorial Service. All of these different Christian singers and others, and all of you been seeing is this whole notion of that we're in a Christian revival and Christianity is under attack. You had the right wing who lied over the weekend when Penn State and Oregon had a football game, and they claimed that 100,000 people in the stadium were wearing Charlie Kirk Freedom shirts when that wasn't the case. It was a whiteout game that Penn State has every single year. But you're seeing this, and you're seeing this constant idea that, well, he was a Christian and he was advancing Christian morals, values, and principles, even though a lot of it was right-wing hate. And so I saw this on Instagram, and I said, man, we need to share this with our audience because we've been sharing.
Now, see, Roland Martin said that he wanted to share this white pastor telling the truth. Shout out to Day One, because Day One is the one that sent this clip to me. And immediately when I heard this, I'm like, how in the hell did I miss this? This is perfect because it's saying everything that I've been saying for months now. It is dangerous. It is one of the most dangerous things that you can do is to weaponize the word of God. You don't weaponize the word of God. You just don't do it. You don't do it because you pull people away. Listen, y'all got to listen to what this pastor had to say.
Many of these messages that have been coming from preachers, mostly African-American preachers all across the country, but I want to share this.
Let's just look at this. Jesus defeated death so you can live. Dr. King was an awful human being. Civil rights was a huge mistake. Let's just sit those side by side because that came from the mouth of a same individual.
Y'all
now you start to see the exterior being a mirror to the interior. Let's go one more, two more. He said, quote, I believe in the Bible, and I believe that Christ rose from the dead on the third day. He said, this is the foundation of my faith, and it guides my actions, unquote.
Listen to this.
Hold it.
Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back because I want y'all to hear his whole, what he said completely without me interrupting it. But I want y'all to understand that the federal government just made Charlie Kirk Day. The federal government, and I'm saying the federal government because without the help of others, Donald Trump wouldn't be able to be doing what he's doing right now, right? The federal government, people that you elected across the country, is helping this man erase everything that has happened throughout history against Black people. The federal government makes being an immigrant a sin, right? And a criminal, right? When this is the land that welcomed immigrants before, okay? Built on immigration, founded on immigration. We the people, you know, that's what the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be all about, right? The federal government says that the civil rights movement should have never happened. Soak that in. And one of the men who pushed that notion, Charlie Kirk, they just gave him Charlie Kirk Day, which is October the 14th. They gave this man a day. Y'all better pay close attention. Listen to this. We're going to go because I want y'all to hear what he had to say, what Charlie Kirk had to say. And this is not just Charlie Kirk. This is let me let this play. We're going to play it and then I'm going to talk about it.
Individual. Now you start to see the exterior being a mirror to the interior. Let's go one more, two more. He said, quote, I believe in the Bible, and I believe that Christ rose from the dead on the third day. He said, this is the foundation of my faith, and it guides my actions, unquote. Hold it. He also said, let's hold it side by side. Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot, unquote. Now, I want to pause here and say, for the critics who say you're pulling stuff out of context, two things. One, I'm happy, I just don't have time today, happy to give you the full context. Two, the full context does not change the fact that this is racism.
Say it.
Okay, so let's hold those about. Just one more here, one more, okay? Quote, I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing for me when I die, unquote. Hold that. One more quote. Quote, I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. Let's just put those right beside each other. Now, if this makes you uncomfortable, I would invite you to pause for a minute and think about how uncomfortable this makes our people of color feel. And what I want to say to you is, if these quotes that Jesus defeated death so you can live by Charlie Kirk and Dr. King was an awful human being and civil rights was a huge mistake, if these feel incompatible, it's because they are.
You better say
these
it.
Quotes are not compatible with each other. And I also would like to say they're not compatible with the teachings and way of Jesus. And what you see in this moment, this week in American history, is you see the twisting of the truth. And this isn't new. The colonizers who came to America said they were Christians.
Say
The
it.
KKK said they were Christians.
Say it.
There have been mass shooters whose profiles said they were Christians.
Christian.
There were insurrectionists on January 6th who flew Christian paraphernalia. They claimed to be Christians.
Christian.
There were, check this out, some of you know this, slave owners who claimed to be Christian.
Christian.
And what I want to say is I can no longer, as a pastor, as a human, and as someone who's given their life to the way of Jesus, I can no longer stand by as Christianity gets hijacked by a particular agenda that is not the way of Jesus.
Do you hear me? When you use the word of God as a weapon, that is not the way of Jesus. Ooh.
I cannot stand by as a Christian and watch Christ's name get hijacked to further justify hate, racism, bigotry, misogyny, and white supremacy.
I am a troll.
I believe the path of Jesus is the path of generosity.
The good thing about my channel is it's going to be hard to terminate because of the way the people that I'm going to say this before, because the troll said something about me sharing politics and stuff. I have other channels, and I got a channel that's really growing now that I'm, connecting with people on, that I'm doing content and commentary on. So I think that channel would probably be more apt to get in trouble. This channel is pretty much hidden. I could cuss Trump out unless one of the ops sends somebody this channel. So I'm not, it don't matter. Whatever happens, but it doesn't matter. Whatever happens. I'm going to keep on making channel after channel after channel to say what the hell I want to say about the federal government, because I'm not going to be silenced. If I wouldn't be silenced for some bullshit ass, leads you nowhere, kill your brain ass beef, I'm damn sure not going to be silenced about something that really matters. I'm going to be far more vocal about something that really matters. I've been lighting my damn community wall up about this stuff, this community wall up about everything, and doing videos and stuff on my other channel. So we're going to definitely stay on top of this, no matter who don't like it.
Nonviolence, caring for the poor, the vulnerable, the oppressed, and the marginalized. And part of what I hope comes out of this moment in American history is that maybe, and this is my prayer, maybe what we're seeing is that all of this is surfacing so that we can begin to see just how much the name of Christ has been twisted and turned.
Now,
Pastor Cody Deese joins us right now from Georgia. Pastor, glad to have you here.
So,
and look,
wait a minute. I shared that live out on my community wall. I would like for people who have, if you want to do it, just share it out on your community wall and to let people know. But listen, why it was powerful, and Roland Martin says this, and I'm not going to play Roland Martin's whole live stream, his whole video, because I really want y'all to give him the views and give his channel the views and everything. It's not my content. I don't want to ever hog anybody's whole everything and steal from other individuals, steal their content and make it all about me. You know what I'm saying? But I want to play bits and pieces for you guys so you can understand that we are in a time that is so reminiscent of other times, of times when things became bad for, and I'm not going to say black people, I'm going to say mankind, like poor people, people who are not a part of that elite system, like people who are not millionaires and making a whole lot of money and stuff. It's really about people who can't, don't have that voice, don't have that monetary voice to make a loud sound or affect change. Like right now, billionaires are running this country, but it's always been that way. Money and power rules everything. That's what it is. That's what this country is. They want to say it's founded on something else, but it's not. It's not founded on anything else but hatred, violence, and they will push who they are off on us. Like I was listening to that pastor who said that, black folks were rapists and killers and, you couldn't bring your culture to his church and all of that kind of stuff. That's the way they view us. And that's the way they want everybody to view us. But like I said in my live that I privated the other night, is that there's bad in every race of people, every ethnicity. There's bad people everywhere. It's not just one race that is like that. What's so scary about this time is how they're using God, how they're using religion. And that's why I say when people do that kind of stuff, it just reminds me of the colonizer. Like you're no better than the colonizer to take and let me say this, because I don't believe that every word in the Bible was anointed and ordained and inspired by God, because I believe that the Bible was so rewritten. It was rewritten for kings and, rulers and the Christian, the Roman Catholic Church. I've gone into all of that. Doesn't mean that I don't believe in God. I believe in God and I believe that, Jesus existed. And I'm going to say that over and over again. So it doesn't give anybody else a right to say that I don't have a right to speak about it. I have more of a right than you have a right, the way I see it. Because I don't believe your walk at all, because you weaponize your walk to try to tear other people down. And when you weaponize your walk to try to tear other people down, you remind me of the colonizers. You remind me of the slave masters. You remind me of those who had our people in bondage. That's what you reflect to me. That's what you reflect, because you're trying to control somebody else with the word. And the word was not designed for that. The word was not, the word was designed for freedom, not bondage. The word was designed to uplift people, not tear them down. The word was designed to unify people, not divide them based upon, oh, you don't believe in the Trinity, then you going to hell. Oh, you don't believe in this, you going to hell. Oh, you don't believe in that, you going to hell. You already separating yourself. You're separating yourself with your beliefs. That is demonic. That is not of God. That is not of God. That's just my belief. You understand? And that's the way that I see it. And nobody is going to change that. None of you are more entitled to a connection or relationship with God. You don't have a higher place and you don't have a better connection or a stronger position with God than anybody else. And it's asinine for you to feel that way. It's asinine. When God created all things, not just your things, created my things, your kids' things, my kids, everybody. It's the nerve of some people. And it's in like right now with Christian nationalism, and this is an admission that I have to make, and I struggled with this, because right here on YouTube, my religious past was brought to YouTube by somebody who took my daughter's, content and put it on their channel. Y'all are familiar with that. And so I was clowned for being a Black Christian nationalist, because that's what the Shrine of the Black Madonna was all about. It was Black Christian nationalism. And I'm going to go into detail about that right here today. One of the reasons that I did this live, I'm going to talk about separating yourself from others and trying to make yourself better and thinking that you are entitled to something when God sees light in every single creation that is made. How dare any of you? How dare you? So I was a part of the Shrine of the Black Madonna. The Shrine of the Black Madonna, like my family, my mother, my father, thought that the Shrine of the Black Madonna was a little cultish, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all why they felt like the Shrine of the Black Madonna was a little cultish. Was because when I was a member of the Shrine of the Black Madonna, the reason that I became a member of the Shrine of the Black Madonna was because they were the distributors of the Black Slate. Now, the Black Slate is a little pamphlet that they would put out to tell you who to vote for. Now, I want you to pay close attention to what I am about to say. How religion and politics become intertwined, and it's always been that way since the creation of time. I don't know how, and religion has always been designed to control the people. And if you go back and you actually do some research, those who actually want to know the truth, you will see how the Bible was written by the church. And it was other nations that came together and people decided what they were going to put into the Bible to control the people. It was stated. It is historical. So I'm not sitting up in here trying to be blasphemous or no heresy or anything. This is historical. And if people really wanted to know, they would actually do the research. A book that was created after the pyramids were built. It could be impossible that Adam and Eve were the first man and woman on the planet. When the pyramids were here before they were. Who built them? Who made them? There were nations before Adam and Eve. So I went to the Shrine of the Black Madonna, and at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, I worked in the bookstore. I read everything that I could get my hands on. And I tell everybody that, like, knowledge and educating yourself and getting knowledge about certain things, it can be, it's a good thing, but it can also be definitely was a life-changing thing for me, because leaving and understanding that I was no longer a Christian anymore, that I didn't identify with Christianity anymore, and I learned a little bit of wouldn't say a little bit. I learned the foundations at home through my dad and my family about what our ancestors went through. But going to a church like the Shrine of the Black Madonna and having so much access to so much historical information about what happened to Black people, it changed my whole life. It changed the way I saw absolutely everything. And I became so engulfed in Black history, knowledge, African knowledge about Africa, knowledge about that motherland, not knowledge about the world. But they preached separating yourself from, white culture, the white world, and then they had this thing called Beulah Land where they said it was all a dream, in my Biggie Smalls voice. It was all a dream. They preached separation. I don't even know if it's the same now, but it was a place called Beulah Land where they said everybody was going to go and stay, all of the black people, and we were going to have like this Eden for ourselves. And they had brought all of this land in Africa. And then my mom and my dad started saying, that sounds like some Jim Jones shit. That sounds like some Jim Jones. Don't, like, everybody in my family was like, like that sounds like some Jim Jones shit. It was like my family had to really like talk me out of like, girl, baby, like, honey, you can do it a different way. Like, you can definitely have what you want and educate your children the way that you want to educate your children, but it doesn't have to be about separatism. And it took my mother and my father to tell me that God doesn't preach separation. The real God does not preach separation. The real God preaches unity. The real God wasn't put here to divide anyone. That's what colonizers do. And then it took my dad to remind me, who do you think enslaved Africans before colonizers? Who do you think the Bible was talking about? What color do you think they were? It took my father to remind me that it was evil happening and we did bad things to one another because it wasn't white nature. It's human nature. Black people do horrible things to one another right here in these United States. White people do horrible things to each other right here in these United States. It happens all over the world. But slavery is a whole new beast. A whole new beast. So I am familiar with the thoughts of nationalism and making your thoughts and your beliefs global, but that's not the way the world was designed. That's not the way that God intended it to be, So I'm definitely familiar with Christian nationalism. Now, the evangelicals and Donald Trump and the white Christian nationalists and Black Christian nationalists too, because it's a lot of these Black churches that are evangelical churches and they believe in what Trump is saying because they don't believe in abortion. So we were talking about Charlie Kirk earlier, right? Charlie Kirk says that he doesn't believe in abortion. He would, make his daughter have her rapist baby if she was 10 years old. He was asked that question at a debate, right? So, but on the other hand, Charlie Kirk will say, it's okay for you to own guns and our gun rights are okay. And a few lost lives. And y'all heard the pastor say that, when Roland Martin was talking, when Roland Martin was playing his clip, you heard the pastor say that, Charlie Kirk literally said that a few gun deaths should be expected, It's just, expected when you want to have gun rights. So it's okay for children to be killed and shot in schools. It's okay for Black folks and gang violence. And it's okay for all of this gun violence to happen in the United States. But we don't want no abortions. Y'all can kill each other with guns, but you can't have an abortion. It's the hypocrisy of the Christians and the way that they see the Christian nationalists and even regular Christians, how they will weaponize, religion and try to put you in a hell that they didn't make, that they didn't build, that they don't have the power to do when they do worse than you've ever done in your life. It's that using of the word to try to divide or make someone feel less than or powerless or dirty or trifling or something like that. That's what blows my mind. And that's what pushes people away from religion, Christianity, spirituality. And that's the most dangerous part about this, is that if it's done in the name of God, a lot of people will say, it's okay, it's right, they're Christian, they're believers, so their way must be the right way. So we'll sit back and we'll let all of this stuff happen. We'll see it happening. Like, we see all of these kids being pulled out of their homes. We see the crime and the violence that's happening from people who say that they are Christian. We see it every single day, but we want to excuse it because they get to say, I'm doing it in the name of God. I'm creating this is a righteous judgment. So I can make this judgment against you because it's a righteous judgment. What makes you right? What makes you right when you being evil? What makes you right when you trying to destroy something? What makes you right when you trying to tear people apart? What makes you right when you willing to kill somebody? Cannot. Yeah, he was. Yes, Charlie Kirk was. So y'all, when I come back, we're gonna do. I'm gonna play some clips. We're gonna go into some content. I came here earlier today to test the spirit. To test the spirit, because I saw something, and I'm gonna end this. We getting ready to end this. I wanted to put some thoughts in y'all heads. I want y'all to understand that, you know, I'm going in a different path, right? I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm going in a different path. My future and the things that I want to do in my future doesn't mean that I ignored what happened to me in my past. If you forget the history, you won't recognize what's happening in the future. If I forget it, I can't forget like the things that are similar that have happened right here on social media, the things that I have participated in, the things that I have done, the things that have been done to me. That doesn't make you a victim. You understand? You telling your story, or you expressing what has happened to you and what you've survived, that's not being a victim. That's you embracing your power. That's you owning your shit. That's you moving into your future. You understand me? Don't you ever let anybody tell you, you telling your story or even referencing your story and what has happened to you in your life by evil. Don't you ever let anybody tell you that you're being a victim by expressing your fears or your concerns about what's happening in this world. Don't you ever let anybody tell you you being a victim. Oh, why you still focusing on the past? Can't you let it go? Black people need to let slavery go. Yeah, you let the memory of slavery go, and you will be a slave again, or your children will be slaves, or your children's children will be slaves. If you don't remind your children and don't encourage your children to remind their children of what your ancestors suffered, they will suffer the same. So when it tears my soul to hear Black people say, let it go. Stop focusing on it. You're not focusing on the everyday, but when you see the signs of things happening again, you're not being a responsible citizen, and you're not being a responsible parent. You're not being a responsible human being if you don't at least remind the people that you care about of where your people came from, what your people had to suffer, what your people went through. Do y'all hear that? Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed to tell your story. And even about Christianity, don't be ashamed to tell somebody when somebody has weaponized Christianity against you or made you feel some type of way about not being a good enough Christian or not being close enough to God or calling you demonic when they doing worse shit than you. Don't you ever be ashamed or afraid to give your testimony. It doesn't make you evil. It doesn't make you a crybaby. It doesn't make you weak. Do you understand that? And I'm serious about that. I'm serious about that. So, listen. I'm going to play this song again before we get up out of here. Y'all, we just played the song You Can't Argue with Demons. I shared that on my community wall. I told y'all the name of the person that wrote and performs the song. I'm going to start sharing stuff with anything that motivates me or anything that makes me want to talk about something. I'm going to share it no matter who has a problem with it. I ain't trying to please everybody. I'm trying to please my damn self. So we getting ready to get up out of here. This is going to be our anthem from now on. Let go, let God. Yep. God belongs to me too, not just you. And what I find is ironic is that people are using Paradise and Bam, and people said that I was Paradise. Don't y'all find that ironic? Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all find it ironic that people are using Paradise and Bam now to try to drive wedges when they said that I was Paradise in the first damn place? I'm every troll on this bitch, even though I don't watch none of these motherfuckers anymore. Baby, let me tell you.
You've been losing sleep, crying in the dark, trying to hold the weight of a broken heart. You smile for the world, but inside it's pain. You pray, but feel like nothing's changed. You're trying to fix it, trying to stay strong, but some battles ain't yours to fight alone. You've done all you can, now here's the key. Peace starts when you set it free.
Peace starts when you set it free.
Let go, let God. He already knows every tear, every burden, every low. You were meant to break.
Y'all better keep on fighting. Watch what's happening to us.
Some storms are only his to fight. It ain't worth your peace. It ain't worth your tears. You don't have to carry what he's willing to clear. Take your hands off.
Y'all, my mama just told me. She just texted me. Hey, Ma. She said, don't forget to play the part where they went into the apartment building. Hold on, y'all. We not done yet. I'm going to play this song after we done. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. She wrote it. Oh, my God. We got to talk about this before I go. Hold on. I got to play y'all the F Them Kids clip. Okay.
We are getting new reports about a chilling and downright shocking escalation of ICE tactics against the residents of Chicago. In the middle of the night, hundreds of armed federal agents and police, backed up by riot trucks, smoke grenades, and helicopters, breached fences
right, as she yells from the basement
in an immigration raid on an entire apartment building. On the city's south side. They pulled dozens of residents from their homes and zip ties, including children, some of them without any clothes. They then held some outside for hours and dragged the others into rented vans.
It was scary because
Had to put that
I've
one
never
up,
had a
best
gun put in my
bitch.
face.
Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them.
Do y'all hear that? Had black babies zip tied to each other, bringing them out the apartment building. People that haven't done anything. ICE did this in Chicago. They're doing it in Portland. They're shooting and killing people. Are y'all listening to this?
Literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, "Them kids."
They zip-tied the kids together. ICE put out a statement saying they were pursuing Trinidad gang members, but U.S. citizens living in the building say they were detained too. The cops told them that if they had any unrelated warrants, they wouldn't be going back home. 37 people were ultimately arrested after agents separated children from their parents on the street. And if you're looking at this and asking yourself, how is this legal? That is the right question to ask. And it has kind of an answer. And to understand it, you have to go back to Los Angeles this summer, where federal immigration agents started pushing the envelope on orders from the White House. They raided Home Depot parking lots and Walmart lots, and they grabbed people they saw. Near one Home Depot, masked agents with batons grabbed Narcisco Barranco, who has lived in the U.S. for more than 30 years and has 3 sons serving the Marine Corps.
Wow.
Agents beat Barranco on the ground, dislocating his shoulder before detaining him. In Van Nuys, agents raided a car wash, remembering this, sending patrons and workers scrambling before the 79-year-old owner, who is a U.S. citizen named Rafi, tried to ask them what they were doing.
That is when Rafi was taken down by agents and eventually handcuffed.
Now I'm gonna share this on my community wall too, because this is all, I just wanted to play that part of it. I'm not gonna play all of this either. And shout out to my mom, because she wanted me to play this for y'all. She was like, don't forget that part, because you gotta know that they're tying babies together. You know, Trump don't mind putting kids in cages. He sure don't mind his federal agents zip tying little black babies and pulling them out their apartment buildings in the middle of the night, 1 a.m. in the morning. They had Black Hawk they had Black Hawk helicopters. It's videos all over social media. So y'all, all you gotta do is just type in your search, fuck them kids. And I guarantee you that multiple videos are going to come up of Chicago residents and Portland residents videotaping ICE, manhandling people, manhandling children. You're going to see Black Hawk elevators in the sky with light shining down on black cities, black, apartment buildings. You're going to see them brutalizing Hispanics, citizens of these United States. It's going to happen everywhere. Everywhere. So I'm telling y'all, this is not a joke. It's something real that is happening. It's not no, conspiracy theories or anything. This is happening right in our face. And we so distracted drivers, just like my son lost his life. My son, who they weaponized against me, my son lost his life from being a damn distracted driver, paying more attention to what the fuck is going on his phone, on social media, on these apps and stuff, paying more attention to what's happening, and lost his life for not paying attention to what's real, what's happening right around you. All of this stuff is so serious. They want to keep you distracted with bullshit. Bullshit. So you won't pay attention to the real shit. That's what they want. Now we'll play the song and we're going to get up out of here. Listen, my mama just texted me. Thank you, baby. Love you, mama. I love that. Okay, let me play this song so we can get on up out of here. I'll start it back at the beginning. But y'all make sure y'all pay attention to that.
You've been losing sleep, crying in the dark, trying to hold the weight of a broken heart. You smile for the world, but inside it's pain. You pray but feel like nothing's changed. You're trying to fix it, trying to stay strong, but some battles ain't yours to fight alone. You've done all you can, now here's the key. Peace starts when you set it free. Let go, let God, He already knows every tear, every burden, every low. You were meant to break just to prove you tried. Some storms are only his to fight. It ain't worth your peace, it ain't worth your tears. You don't have to carry what he's willing to clear. Take your hands off, let him do his part. Let go. And let God. You keep blaming yourself for what you couldn't change. Keep rehearsing the past, reliving the pain. But healing don't come from holding on tight. Sometimes strength is knowing when to surrender the fight. It's okay to fall, it's okay to rest. It's okay to say, Lord, I did my best. Now watch how he moves when you step aside. Sometimes your silence gives him room to provide. Let go, let God, give him control. It ain't your job to carry every soul. You weren't built to bleed for every scar. Some things are only healed by who God is, not who you are. It ain't worth your joy, it ain't worth the stress. You deserve peace, you deserve rest. So lift your hands up and soften your heart. Let go. And let God. You prayed for answers, this is one. Letting go don't mean you gave up. It means you gave it over. You finally trusted that he got you. Now breathe, let it be. Let go, let God. He never fails, even when life feels like hell. You don't need to carry what's crushing your soul. You just need to trust and let it go. Your peace is sacred, your heart deserves light, and joy don't have to come with the fight. So walk away, even if it's hard. Let go. And let God.
Let me say this before I leave. I start praying and thanking God for everything that I don't even want to call God, him, for everything the Most High has brought me through, especially in this year, with everything that has been done, and all of the forces that come against you. When they say that, that God has a true and definite plan for your life, when evil and the enemy works to destroy you, when all of the forces join together to try to tear one person apart, you know that your life is anointed. You know that you have a bigger story. So if you are going through something, and if you feel like every single thing is coming up against you, that is your breakthrough is coming. You are anointed. Do you understand me? You survive it, you get through it, and you use it as your testimony, not to tear people down, but to lift them up. Do you hear me? God elevates people, does not seek to destroy people, does not seek to tear them down, and definitely does not seek to separate. Bring people together with your story, with your testimony. You understand me? Don't you allow negativity to change who you are inside. That's all that I want to say. Y'all have a blessed and beautiful rest of your Sunday. Okay. And I will see y'all sometime soon, but it seems like the ops are the only ones, or the ones that have made accounts to try to see what's going on my community wall. But if for now, until I'm ready to share my other channel that's growing, thank God for that. I want y'all to pay attention to my community wall and what I'm sharing out. If you can, pay attention to what's going on around you. Stop paying so much attention to, don't pay any attention to any of this negativity, any of that drama that I know that the people from this channel might be paying attention to. Pay attention to things that elevate you. Pay attention to things that give you light and that feed your soul. Do you hear me? Pay attention to the things that feed your soul, not the things that try to destroy it. Not the things that try to destroy. Y'all have a blessed and beautiful rest of y'all Sunday. And bye, guys.